Greetings, upstanders. Dr. O here, and I don't listen to Stephen A. Smith anymore, but obviously some stories do make their way out, and if I feel like there's something that's relevant that relates to what we're talking about here on a regular basis, I wanted to share it. And so I first saw the story about Stephen A. Smith and the Solitaire thing, and I'm like, okay, people are making much ado about nothing. They're saying he's playing the game, playing Solitaire on his phone during the game. And I was like, okay, fine, it's no big deal. But then this is why I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this because there are some people out there who still foolishly believe that Stephen A. Smith will be a good candidate for president, particularly within the Democratic Party. But what I will tell you is that what this Solitaire situation reveals, it reveals another example of his character. And that is going to be an issue for some of us who think that character matters. Now, we know MAGA doesn't believe character matters. We know Republicans don't believe it. But many people who will vote Democrat still believe in some form of character mattering. So this is the point. When Stephen A. Smith was first confronted about playing solitaire during an NBA Finals game, he first said that, I don't know if there was a denial at first, but I do know that one of the initial responses was that he was playing during a stoppage of play, right? So he's like, yeah, it was break, stoppage of play. So, I was playing my solitaire because the picture came out. And then video came out that showed that he was actually on solitaire during the actual game while live action was actually happening. Now, someone of good character, as it relates to public accountability and caring about accountability, would say, I was wrong. I own that. I shouldn't have done it. I should have been, I should have been paying attention to the game, maybe waiting for a stoppage or timeout. But what he did was he MAGA-esquely chose to double down. He chose to double down. He went on his podcast and told people, hey, y'all can kiss my butt if y'all got an issue with it. I got lots of other jobs. I got this, I got that. I got other contracts. I got other things to be doing, blah, 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 blah. It's a sign of bad character. When you are confronted with something, you realize that you're wrong with something, but rather admit that you're wrong and own up and fess up, you choose to double down. And Stephen A. Smith does that a lot. A lot of times when he gets challenged on things, he'll say, he'll put out a statement, and then people will be in uproar, say, I never said that. People will replay what was actually said. I never said that. Or that time he shared or retweeted or posted a like on somebody who was very anti-Semitic. And then when he got confronted with that, I don't know who that person is. This is the Trump way. This is the Trump way of fake newsing everything, saying everything is BS, and just calling people out. And so I know y'all who follow Stephen A. Smith more than I do over the years can find more and more examples. And I believe that we've had enough of that in politics, whether we're talking about Hegseth, whether we're talking about Linda McMahon, Tulsi Gabbard, run down the list. You ever watch some of these hearings with these guys? So if people want to bring that over into the Democratic Party, my hope is that it's not going to be successful. I personally believe it will not be successful because it's just slowly revealing this man's character. Yeah, he knows sports. He knows how to cozy up to folks in MAGA. I don't know if people want to call him MAGA or MAGA light. I don't really know, regardless of who he voted for, says he voted for. But this character issue is a real issue. And I'm not really interested, and you shouldn't be interested either, in somebody who's not going to take any accountability for anything, who's going to roll from the Trump playbook of just double down and never apologize and then attack the people who called you out, not the people who attacked you, because being called out is not an attack. Personal vitriol and all that, that's attacks. But he just got caught contradicting himself. Own up, fess up, man up to that. If you can't do that with a simple thing like playing solitaire at a sports game, what are we going to start doing when we see you, going back and forth on political things you said in 2024, but then all of a sudden they'll be like, I never said that, or I never meant that. Yes, it did work for Trump. It did work for Trump. But as you saw with George Santos, it doesn't always work for everybody else. And especially, I can't see it working for a black man in politics, at least on the Democratic side of things. So I think what y'all think. Holla at me. Peace.